What up folks, Graphics Rogue here, and this time the tables are turned as I face the second battle that we had of our two battles between me and BG Frozen Man. We played in the same settlement, same Alexandrian settlement. This time I'm Carthage, he is Rome, like last time, but he is now besieging me, and this time he didn't bring a bunch of gladiators. He brought some real men to the fight. Real manly men. Oh, manly men, biceps. And he brought a whole bunch of auxiliary slingers and a couple of cav, and of course his legatus. But he brought a lot of auxiliary archers. A lot of soft, delicious archers. Some velites too. Some soft, delicious velites for my sneaky cav to take advantage of. I'm gonna try to do the same trick he did. Try to sneak up on him. He's also got a couple of some principes on their ships. They're gonna come around and try to land on these shores and come through and try to take me by surprise from behind. But I've got a pike unit holding down the line over here. There's no way my pikes are letting his punk-ass little principes getting into this city. We will die protecting Alexandria. They are not going to go down easy. No, they will not. But I'm going to try the same sneaky tactics he did. Going to run around here when these guys are occupied on the wall. Just smash right through these missile units as best I can. And hopefully that works out. That's my plan. I've got a few units here. I've got some mercenary Cretan archers. I got some Libyan infantry. More mercenary Cretan archers. I got some mercenary noble fighters, some mercenary Italian swordsmen. All these guys looking very cool. I've got some more Libyan infantry, African pikemen. Got another African pikeman unit. Though I'm not sure. I don't think I should have bothered. I think I should have tried to bring another Libyan, or maybe I couldn't afford it. I don't quite remember what my mindset was. But bringing that extra pikeman, they're just too slow. That one pikeman is all I need for this area right here to keep the principes from causing me trouble from behind. And right here, begin to start to spring my trap when I see most of the infantry are now starting to get onto the walls, so they won't be down here to defend their archers from my cavalry. I got mercenary Iberian cavalry and mercenary Iberian cavalry. Two mercenary Iberian cavalry. He has a lot of missile units and a general unit and 2 legionary cav. And we are just sweeping right through. At this point, he sees me, and he's gonna try to turn his forces and see if he can react. He's starting to charge in with his cav. He's gonna try to start to take my tower over here. And we are, at first I'm thinking maybe I should let him come down and face me out here on the field. But then again, the towers have range, and they'll start shooting me if I let him do that. So I'm gonna start sending some of my forces forth to try to keep these towers from getting into Roman hands. That's what I'm gonna do, and I smashed right into these guys, but his other missiles are mowing me down hard. We killed a lot of his units, we got some of his velites routing, so pretty much I stopped this tortoise unit right here. These walls would not be rammed down, I completely stopped them. His cavalry just stopped my charge, and now we're beginning to waver and rout. His cavalry just slammed into me and stopped my charge. I got some of his missile units, but I didn't get nearly enough. I didn't get nearly what I wanted, so I consider this whole engagement a failure. I did take out the tortoise, but I should have taken out at least 3 more of these missile units from what I did. That wasn't worth it. So he took this tower, unfortunately. I let him do that, and I shouldn't have done that. But I'm going to start to move in these mercenary nobles to try to smash in and see if I can take these guys out quickly. I moved these pikemen here to try to keep him from coming through. I should have been putting him a little further out to help to more easily defend these 2 entrances, because I should have known he wasn't going to come through the door, because he doesn't have a ram. Unless he starts firing at the door with fire sticks. I don't remember what my thought was, but I don't think this was a very good idea now, thinking about it. So he's starting to send some guys through the walls here. He's beginning to capture this, but I'm just gonna come right through and smack on him right there and see if I can keep this tower from getting into his hands. This tower's already into his hands, and he's got himself lined up, but I've got Headhunt on and I've got Frenzy, and boom, we're just smashing right into these Romans. Look at that, we've already taken out 30 of them on that one charge. 40. They're starting to slow down now, but 40 kills in one charge. These mercenary noble fighters are boss. There is no doubt about that. They are just devastating. And we got my mercenary Cretians ready to get themselves into position. I think he's turning these legionaries around. Not sure if he wants to attack these guys, but I see what he's doing, and he's gonna come smack right either into the back of these guys, or he's gonna destroy my Cretians, which I don't want to let him do. So I'm gonna try to pull back one of my infantry units to deal with these legionary cohorts, and I'm focus firing all these Cretians onto him right here. I just want to deal with that faster. I need to finish them off. Oh boy, getting some bad lag. Oh no, what's happening? Please don't crash, computer. So I routed one of these legionnaires. Another legionnaire is coming down the pipe over here, but they're getting smacking right into my Libyan infantry. So that's not going to do great for them. They're not hitting into my pikes, which is good for them, but we've pretty much routed this whole area. The Romans over here have been destroyed. He's trying to chase my Cretians, but I'm pulling him back. And I'm going to try to further stop him with a cavalry charge from my noble cavalry over here. I do not want him getting into my Cretians at all, because they are key. Cretians are key for late game, definitely. And my noble mercenaries, they're finally starting to get killed. The numbers are starting to even out. 62 melee defense, 55. They have more armor. The legionnaires have more armor. So maybe that can help them last longer than the mercenary noble fighters, and they're more disciplined, I think. So I'm sending my noble cav around, and I'm just gonna finish these guys off once and for all and just smack right into these guys. And I don't want these legionary cohorts to cause me any more trouble. So I'm just gonna deal with them. I'm gonna start popping some general abilities. Boom. Those legionnaires are not gonna last too much longer. We are finally starting to recapture this tower right here. I believe we are. It's going down. It's odd. Anyway, we started to pull back here and just let him do his thing over here, because he's bringing up more Cretians down here, and he's gonna start laying down some hard fire on us. But we're gonna start laying down some fire on their archers on the walls with our archers. See if we can just kill as many as we can from up there. We're gonna be doing that definitely over here. We routed this. Did we route that? No, we didn't route them. We didn't route them, but we did kill a lot of these units on the walls with our archers. We're killing them pretty hard here. And over here, we finally destroyed this unit. Did that? Shit. Well, it looks like my mercenary noble fighters ran away like cowards. I guess they couldn't take the fire arrows and all the losses they took, but that infantry unit is done. They've got one infantry unit over here, but they're not moving, so that leads me to believe that it's something wrong with the replay. These guys are already dead. So these guys are probably dead, but the replay is just fucked up. So that's probably what that is. So, in essence, he tried to send some infantry units up down this wall and bring them through here to try to maybe sneak around and hit me from the back over here. But I saw that, and I reinforced this area with some Libyan infantry. And I think... no, I'm not getting any missile fire. But he is not going to be taking these gates anytime soon. We are fighting them back hard over here. And he sends his cavalry over here to try to... away from any missile walls, to try not to get shot by any towers, because he knows that his only chance is over here if he somehow captures these walls. If he can capture these walls, he can send the cavalry in and help out. But I'm sending in my Cretians now. I'm gonna put them on the wall and see if I can take pot shots at his cav with my Cretians. And it's not going great. He is just, oof. He is not doing great at all. Because my Cretians, yeah, I decided just to focus fire right on the back of his legionnaires. His last legionary unit, and they're just getting melted by my Cretians. But my guys are also starting to waver because of so many losses. And the fire arrows are starting to come down. That unit is done. The legionary unit has been destroyed. All they've got now is they put all their missile units they had left on the walls, but my Cretians are now starting to lay down heavy fire on his walls. And I noticed that he has no more infantry, so I just start sending my infantry up into the walls, and we're just gonna destroy these archers one by one, and just bring them to their knees. Absolutely. Now his cavalry, they can do nothing. Absolutely nothing they can do short of just dismounting and dying on the walls with their men. They have these guys are just, they've routed. That's just a replay bug. But yeah, that is nothing more my enemy can do. We are routing their Cretians, their Assyrians on the walls. We have routed the last of their infantry. Their cavalry are just going back, kerfuffled. The battle is won. I think it is a draw because I think the power went out on one of our computers. I don't remember which. But that's why it's a draw and not a win, because the power went out on one of our computers. But it was a glorious and mighty battle. And we were victorious. We got a lot of kills with these Cretians. We used our Cretians very well. And the African pikemen, they were very useful in keeping back those Principes. They brought in the Principes from the other side, and we kept them back pretty hard. The other African pikemen, they did pretty well. I can't remember which African pikeman was the one that stopped the Princeps, but they both did their job. Our mercenary noble fighters, they didn't get nearly enough kills, I think, and they got killed way too early. I should have been helping that fight out with my cavalry earlier, then I wouldn't have lost that unit. He brought a lot of infantry, and that was good. He brought too many skirmishers, I think. Maybe. But then again, I'm not very experienced with siege battles, so I'm not sure if he brought too many or too few for siege battles. But my cavalry did not do what they were supposed to do. They were supposed to get a lot more kills on these Syrians, and they didn't get what they were supposed to be getting. His cavalry did their job. They stopped any outside ambushes, which they did against my Iberians, and they stopped them. His cavalry did their job, absolutely. But in the inside, his infantry just couldn't break through. And that's all there was to it. That was a great battle, fine opponent. He is also a Sith clan member, which I joined recently. Frozen Man, BG Frozen Man, or Frozen Man BG, I think it was. He's a great player. A fine player, fine game. And I hope to have more siege battles like that in the future. I want to do some more of that. If my computer will let me, of course. I am your graphics rogue, and I will see you next time. Peace.